Hello there, and welcome to the JuPodRe podcast in association with Rated R Esports.
Where who the hell knows where this conversation is going to take us?
Well, let's find out. Hello everyone and good evening, and welcome to JuPodRe. This is Season 2, Episode 21. It is a pleasure to be here with you. I am JuPodRe, and joining me are...
Albatross17.
And Bleen, that's with 3 N's.
I love it. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys.
Thank you for that, Bleen. Thank you so much. Oh, he recognizes it.
It's nice to hear someone other than Albatross, right?
I beat it into him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want people to be able to find me.
That's fair.
I know where you're at. I'll point him in your general direction.
That's fun.
That way.
Well,
hey, Axe, you are that way.
Yeah.
How's everybody's weeks going?
Oh, it's all right. I'm glad to be done with work for the week.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Oh.
Yeah,
I still have another half day tomorrow.
indeed.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it is a pleasure to be here working with you guys on JuPodRe with Rated R Esports and the newest sponsor, Virtual Performance.
Yes, virtual performance. I actually looked into that a little bit today. It's actually really interesting because it really sounds exactly like what it is, virtual performance. Like we described it last week. You sign up for it, and like for me, I have a hard time going to the gym. I'm not motivated to be around all those other bodybuilders.
Mhm.
It makes me feel inferior, or whatever the word is. Is that the right word? Inferior?
Inferior.
Inferior. Okay, yeah. But like virtual performance empowers gamers through fitness so we can stay healthy doing what we all enjoy. We like playing video games. But what they do is they provide online fitness training, coaching, and soon to come meal planning. So I don't have to go to the gym, and I can have somebody kind of give me a workout routine right here in my own office. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it helps you get off your seat and get moving. And as gamers, we sit for a long time, and it's important for us to be active in our lives, and we'll see a mental benefit and physical health through using exercise on a daily basis or weekly, whatever you prefer.
Exactly. And it's important for everybody, all of us gamers. Even the pros have, fitness regimens, exercise that they do. And if they need it to play as well as they do, then we all do. So what?
Go ahead.
Use the following methods to contact Virtual Performance. The first is info@trainingvp.com. That's an email. They are on Discord. We gave a link to that in our episode description and tweeted that out last week. We'll do it again. You can also find them at the Training VP on both Twitter and Instagram. So give them a shot. Yeah. Check them out. They are a sponsor of Rated R and JuPodRe. So get out there, get healthy, everybody.
Yeah, especially since the 3 of us are coming up on the big 3-0.
Oh, don't say stuff like that.
I'm sorry. Well,
Coming up, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That makes me feel a little bit younger.
Yeah, poor Bleen over there.
but when you say, even the pros have to do it, all I imagine them doing is that one thing we're like, okay, and one, and
For those of you listening on the podcast, Albatross is doing a thumb workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm thumbing it.
It looked intense. So let's go ahead and get started with the topic of the day. And Albatross, you actually suggested this and wanted to lead this one, and I'm gonna say please do it.
Yes. So there's been a lot of talk lately about COVID-19. Just everybody feels like it's a violation of rights. Some people say whatever, just go with it. It's to protect each other. I'm not going to get into political about it, but there's some stuff that's just hilarious to me, and there's some stuff that's annoying. So we all have to like the first one is probably the biggest one that bugs the crap out of me. If, in my opinion, if stores are going to say, hey, if you're going to shop here, we don't care, but because of what's going on, we ask you wear a mask. I'm like, you know what? No big deal. I'm going to go in and out of my store in an hour or less.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. I don't care. I'm like, whatever. If that's what it is, I'll just do it. There's no battle. Nobody's kicking me out. I'm able to get through. Like, I don't have to waste the other 20 minutes just to end up having to put it on my mask. But and some of the stores have been doing those one-way aisles. I was at Macy's, and so I'm respecting it because I'm like, well, you know what? I don't want to fight with anybody. I'm just gonna, if I just follow it, I'm gonna go through. It's no big deal. It'll be over soon. Who cares?
Exactly.
This other lady, yeah. So I had my cart with me. It was just me. My wife and kid were at home. And this lady, she starts coming into the aisle, and I blocked her way with the cart going perpendicular to the aisle. And I'm standing there looking at stuff, and she's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And I had to point out to her because then she goes, "Yes, you're in my way. I need to get past you." And I was like, "Well, I'm sorry. This is a one-way aisle." And I was just like, I was done with it. I was like, so many people are not. And she goes, "I just need that right there." I'm like, "I'm sorry. Those are the rules. I could get sick." I am pissing her off. I am not moving. I am like done with people not listening. I'm like, if you would just put the freaking mask on, if you would just go one way, you would live. You'll be fine. You're not going to die. You'll be fine. So I stood. She walked around, came back, and man, she glared at me, and I'm just like, "What do you want from me, Karen? It's a one-way aisle."
I think that actually brings up a really good point. I tweeted out responding to a friend that I had recently started watching Community again, and one of the episodes has this debate about whether man is inherently good or evil. And I have to say that based on the evidence of the COVID-19 pandemic, mankind is pretty evil.
Yeah.
I think it's about half and half because there are those amazing people out there who are doing the right things, buying other people's food, using stimulus checks to give completely to waitresses. But then there are the other people like this Karen that you were talking about who just, all you have to do is follow the sign on the road that says one-way aisle. Like, is that really that big of a deal?
I'm like, look, if you're in the road, you still have to go one way. You have to make a U-turn. So go around the aisle. Who cares? Just, I'm sorry, but it's a one-way aisle. We're just trying to make these rules to protect people. Now, I know it wasn't a big deal. I could have just gotten out of her way and been done with it, but I had fun. I had fun making it.
And I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. So, yeah, Macy's, and I'm just so done with people not just, they're fighting the system with it. And I'm like, this isn't like a government thing where it's like, we're going to go communist or socialist. This is like, guys, there is a deadly pandemic going on. We're just trying to make rules for the time being to help protect us. And honestly, I think one-way aisles, it kind of makes it so people aren't shuffling past each other so much. Wear a mask, go down the aisle. Who cares? So it's getting to me. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, here's the thing with all these rules. Whether you agree with them or not, they're important to follow because other people believe in them, and you got to be nice to other people and respect what they want.
Which brings up a good point. Whether or not it actually does something, let's just stick on the one-way aisle. Whether or not it actually does something, mentally, it is doing something. Because it's making people actually feel like it's doing something. It calms people down. And if that helps, go for it. It doesn't hurt me. I got to walk up an aisle anyway. So what? You go like this.
That's a snake movement for those not watching.
Yeah, you go in a snake movement. You go up one aisle, move to the next one, go the opposite direction because it's a one-way aisle. No big deal. It doesn't.
That's how I shop anyway. So it doesn't even change anything.
I know. Like, was this lady playing like what's pinball? Was she playing pinball with shopping? I hate people that do that. My sister does that. Oh, it's annoying. Then okay, and as you guys said in the last one, I'm still seeing people that are walking around with just the mask, not covering their mouths.
I cannot express my disdain for people who do that.
It does nothing.
It literally does nothing. Like, okay, I'll preach a moment here. The mask itself is one of those psychological things that just helps people get over it. Like, unless you have it, it doesn't block anything. It's just stopping your spit and snot from getting on other things and infecting other people.
Or your burp.
we'll come back to that. But the mask itself isn't. It's not a big deal, but it's one of those things that we do
It
for the
helps you
benefit of other
mentally.
people. Yeah, it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do it right. All right, like this
Yeah,
half
but-
doing, you're better off not wearing it.
And if you're putting the mask on and it stinks, it's because you need to brush your damn teeth. I was working in the hot aisle the other day, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I gotta go in the public area of our building, and it was so hot, I was so sweaty, I got that like cotton mouth you get,
Yeah.
and so I put on my mask and I was like, oh man, I should have brought toothpaste, but I had to wear it. But
Mhm.
my breath smelled bad.
And
it was
so now we can come back to it. How many times have you guys belched in your own mask?
twice yesterday, once today.
I think I've done it 3 times as well.
Yeah, it's been a couple times for me.
And I'm just like, oh, why do I do that? 'Cause yesterday we were walking back from lunch and I put the mask on and I just let out this big one. I'm like, why did I do that
Yeah.
after I put the mask on?
It's funny because it was like within seconds too. Like I
Yeah,
watched you
I was
put it
like, I was
on.
like, strap, belch.
Yeah. So
Oh, man.
Yeah.
in our break room they have kind of beef jerky meat sticks. And I had one.
Those
Just
can be good.
they are really good, but I tell you
They're
what,
pretty good.
they don't smell very good when they come up in a
No,
mask.
No.
No, it wasn't
No.
great.
See, I did it once after I was drinking Dr. Pepper yesterday, and the second time was after I had those onion rings.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Dr. Pepper one I didn't mind. It was like,
Probably
oh,
wasn't.
hey. No,
Yeah.
it was the onion rings.
Yeah, I did it right after I got done eating a teriyaki chicken.
Ooh, that
was
probably
real-
wasn't.
it's- It was good. I'm just like, I love smelling this.
And I was telling Albatross a couple times, like I've yawned or burped, and I've actually put my hand up to cover or like leaned over and stuff, and it's a
Yeah.
weird thing to get used to for sure. But you know, then we don't get
Yeah.
like these are the stories that come from it, and I'm glad we have them.
Like, see, that's the thing. I'm not looking at the mask as something horrible because I'm like mentally it's helping some people out, and yes, it is doing something, but for the most part, I'm trying to look at the positive side of it. Since like if I gotta wear it to go to a store, I might as well not. I might as well just go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a requirement at work, but mentally I'm like trying to make it so they don't make it forced at work. So like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna wear it in the public area, so when maintenance or the guy that owns the building walks by, he sees it and doesn't go, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I should make a rule because people are already doing it, so I don't need to make a rule.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I'm in my area, I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. So
Yeah. Speaking of that, about a week ago, we had to start wearing masks
Mhm.
required at work. And one of my coworkers that was responsible for gathering people to the meeting the day before to say, hey, let's start wearing masks starting tomorrow. This particular person, the next day he was wearing mask, but he was wearing it on his chin, just like this, walking around talking to people. I'm just like, what? And then I saw it another day doing the same thing. And then on the third day, he wasn't even wearing the mask, walking around. I was like, what is going on? And I got from a coworker that it fogs up his glasses so he can't see while he's talking to people. So he takes it off when he has to talk to people.
That's
when
the
you should
most
wear it the
important. That's when you need it the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm protecting you, but now how you doing?
Now, Albatross,
What?
you have a great story about that, about talking to people with the
Yes.
mask.
Yes, that exact. Thank you so much, Blaine. That leads into the next like thing that happened. Okay, I was at Sportsman's Warehouse, and so this is gonna be like a twofer. I was at Sportsman's Warehouse because I wanted to buy a new revolver, and so I went up to the counter and I was like, "Hey, I want that revolver." And he goes, "Okay, cool. Do you have your driver's license?" And so I handed my driver's license, and is this your current address? I said no. So I pulled up the DLD website, driver's license division. And I showed him, this is my correct address. I did change it. It's up there. He goes, well, I need something from federal state. It does that. So I'm like, really? Like, I mean, I can show you my Rocky Mountain Power bill, which proves that I live there because I've got a Rocky Mountain Power account in my name there. And he goes, that's not state. That's a different company. I'm sorry. That's just our policy. So I was like, look, I'm not going to fight you. What can I get super fast? it's super easy because like I'm like I don't know what I'm gonna get from the government besides a new ID. I'm like
Right.
I don't want to do that. Just go buy a fishing license. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, go buy a fishing license up front. I'm like, you're serious? So in my head, I'm like, wait, I can just go buy a fishing license, put whatever address I want on it, and then that's acceptable. He goes, and I didn't ask that. I was like, again, I'm in that mood where I'm just going with the flow. I wanted the gun. So I'm like, I'm not gonna fight this guy right now. I want the gun. So I go up front, and they got 2 lines. I'm being helped by one gentleman. This other family is being helped by another teller. She is helping them. So the guy is sitting over at the computer, putting all my information in. But then she leaves, and while he's like, hey, your information is just loading, so he starts helping him out, and he wants to buy a fishing license too. It's him and his 2 kids. It's just older gentlemen. They're talking. Now, there's also one of those screens that covers up here, so there's only like this much. There's only like 8 to 10 inches between the counter and like that thing, the protective glass.
Yeah.
Source. And he asks, and I can hear him. I'm further away from this guy, so I'm right here, and they're both next to me, so they're closer together than I am. And he says, "Do you want a 3-day, 1 week, or a year license?" What? I couldn't hear you. And I'm like, well, I could hear him, but okay, whatever. He repeats himself. Do you want a 3-day, 1 week, or your license? He goes, dude, I can't hear you. So he proceeds. The guy that's the customer proceeds to go under the protective glass, and so the guy backs up, pulls his mask up, and says, "Do you want a week, 3-day, week, or a year?" And then puts his mask back and goes up. And I'm just like, oh gosh, like you could hear him. I could hear him just fine, and he didn't change his tone. He wasn't slurring himself. I don't know why he could hear him up until that point. I'm like, I don't understand. So I was just like, why were you gonna go under the protective glass? The whole point of the glass is to protect the customer employees. And so yeah, so he does go. So I mean, he backs up and then talks, which I was like, okay, I appreciate you backed up.
Yeah,
Still
at least he did that. At least he did the 6 feet, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything. You know, he backed up, but guy was like, oh yeah, I want a year, but I was, what? Don't go under it, like. But yeah, so I got my fishing license. Oh, and they gave me 5% off the gun, which paid for the fishing license.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got a year fishing license. I needed to renew it anyway, so
There you go.
that's pretty nice. But I'm like, really? I could put any address on here? And they're like, but I wasn't gonna argue with them.
No.
Because again, you keep the people happy that you're doing business with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just not Karen.
You weren't doing business with her.
No, it wasn't. No. But yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, COVID-19. I just can't.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it froze. Well, I think we're back now. Do you know what's funny?
I was still talking the whole time.
Yeah, well, like, see, that's what's so weird is you said, yeah, and paused, and I was like, oh no, we lost him, and then
I was still talking the whole time. I was joking because I was like, oh no, he left because my next topic. Apparently, okay, this has to
Are
be
we
COVID.
still recording?
yeah, I made sure we're still recording.
Okay. There is a bar/strip club that is on the Colorado-Wyoming border.
Mhm.
I know one part of it is called the Den. I think that's the one that's actually in Wyoming because the building's on the border.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a strip. This was on the radio the other day, and one of the dancers was saying how she likes wearing the mask. It makes her feel better, but she's scared because she has to wear 8-inch heels, and so the mask sometimes gets in the way of her watching where her feet are going. And the radio host is like, "Listen, girl, nobody's looking at your feet. We don't care where your feet land. We ain't watching your feet.
Yeah.
We promise it's not we're watching." But
Did you say
apparently
8-inch heels?
8-inch heels.
That's incredible.
I don't even wear 8-inch heels. I wear 1-inch heels
Thank
in
you.
my sneakers.
Sorry to
Okay,
interrupt you.
all right.
Please continue.
Yeah, but it was funny because apparently they've been getting a lot of business from people in Utah.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, if you can finally go out, you may, I guess go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pornhub wasn't enough, I guess, but
Oh boy.
yes. So I've got a ton more stories, and if anybody wants to hear them, pull me up. I'm willing to chat my butt off on Twitter, Instagram, whatever for COVID-19. I am so entertained by this. I'm getting entertained by COVID in a very negative manner sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, screw you, Karen. It's a one-way aisle.
Yeah.
Just like it's a one-way road. You still got to go to the other lane. But okay, do any of you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about with COVID?
I think
Just the fact that people in lines waiting to go inside stores
Should stop standing on my ass.
stop standing within 6 feet of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I crop dusted to an elderly couple that was doing that. I did. It was like 2 weeks ago, and the problem is I think they started to check themselves. And I've done that down a call center too. We were really rude. We had assigned seating, and I crop dusted the old lady aisle. And I looked back just to see them all like checking themselves, and I'm like,
Oh, that's so bad.
Because JuPodRe can attest, my farts stink.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad. There's a rule in his house. His wife made a rule. I'm not allowed to do that in his house anymore.
I think I need to start writing down other points of discussions.
Yes. For those who don't know, I'm not allowed to fart in JuPodRe's house anymore because his wife banned me from doing that. Because something probably did crawl up there and die when I wasn't looking.
All right, the note has been made. The note has been made. I'll admit that I have tried a lot to just not talk about COVID because it's everywhere. It's oversaturated.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear another podcast about it. But I really did enjoy this conversation because we were laughing, we were having a good time. It was even at our own expense a couple times with the burps and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I continue to not want to talk about it because it's obvious, it's there. No one, it's not going to change. But I once again, I do appreciate us having this kind of levity around such a situation.
Yeah. So there was one other thing that happened that doesn't have to do with COVID though. So JuPodRe and I decided to go to lunch this week, Blaine. So we decided we got it. It was you were at work.
Okay.
If you come apply at our work. We just had an opening. Anyway, if you get the job, a certain admin anonymous is going to be pissed though.
Well, I think that opening has been filled.
It has. That's a different story. But anyway, so we were like, oh, let's go to lunch. So we decided we're going to go. I was like, I'm not deciding. So I just closed my eyes and just went for the ride. JuPodRe decided he was going to go. He made a right instead of a left. Normally we go left.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going down there, driving. JuPodRe just still doesn't really know where he's going to go. And I was like, oh, Culver's is this way. So I was like, Culver's? And he goes, yes. So I did decide.
Yeah. Well, so as we were driving, I was asking myself, what is actually over here? And then Culver's popped in my mind. I was like, you know what? That's probably a good idea. And Albatross didn't just say it. He went, Culver's? Like he had smelled it from, 3 miles away.
I did sniff the window that was closed.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And so I decided that just solidified the decision. It was a good time.
So we got there, and we've actually been doing this thing because there's only 3 of us on our shift right now, where I'll buy lunch for us one day, JuPodRe will buy it for another day, and the other guy will buy it for another day. So we're just buying each other lunch. That's how we've been doing it. So JuPodRe was buying, we were ordering lunch, and we made him laugh because we've got this thing where we'll go up to the order line, and you've been there before, Blaine, with anything else? I need another basket, but surprise me on what it is. Just has to be some kind of burger. Surprise me. But she was entertained by the way that we were ordering. In the end, I leaned over and yelled, "Hey, is this?"
Nice.
And she was like, "No, but she's here. She'll be bringing her food out." So then we pull up to the window, and this is the girl that actually has the hots for JuPodRe. She will gracefully, dance her way over to the register and have the biggest smile on her face just to take JuPodRe's order. And we know this because when we go there without him, she looks for him. and you can see the look of disappointment on her face when he's not there. But anyways, we get up to the window, and she's like all crouched, like look at, oh hey guys, and like the way she says it, she's just like, they look familiar, but who are they? Like I don't know you, but because we were innocently flirting with them, and we actually got 10% off of our order.
That we did.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was weird because she told me the total while we were still at the ordering microphone, and then when we got to the window and I reached my card out, she said a different number, and I was like, wait, I thought it was this number, and she said, oh yeah, gave you 10%. It was a win. It was a good win.
Nice.
Yeah. That was it. We got 10% off.
So I think we need to come up with a code name because we can't keep her name just out there, especially because we outed where she works.
Yeah. Okay.
The Comet.
The Comet. All right.
The why
That
the
that
Comet?
makes sense. That actually makes sense. I'll tell you when you're older.
Wait. No. What? No. That's not fair.
She shares a name with a famous comet. That's
well,
what
now
it's going
everybody
for.
knows what her name is. Okay.
There are multiple famous comets. But with that, why don't we move into our What the F segment?
All right. Which is brought to you today by Sosic Clothing. Are
Yay!
you wearing the shirt?
I'm not, but I am wearing the hat. I'll flip it over here so people on video can take a look. It's still that alien hat.
It's not a bad looking hat.
No,
and
I
I even
think
worn
it's-
it with the Velcro.
Yeah.
The Velcro doesn't actually catch my hair. It's actually convenient.
Yeah, I've liked this hat a lot, and this is the third time I've worn it on the podcast in a row, and it's a great hat. It's comfortable. The shirt I have is amazingly comfortable, fun design, and I love it. I love all my Sosic stuff.
Yeah, and hey, Bleen, what's the code you use at checkout?
JuPodRe. Just kidding.
Ah, you got me.
It's JuPodRe. JuPodRe. JuPodRe.
Use that code, get 15% off your order, and you can have some So Sick clothing.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
sosicclothing.co.
Yes.
So
Yep.
let's go over our nominations from last week.
Last week we had Future Darwin Award for the
Okay.
guy who was texting on his motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
We had fraud because of your banking
Mhm.
incident.
Yeah.
And then we had moose guided aggression.
The filter.
Yes. Thank you, Blaine. Okay. So, this one's actually pretty funny. The one that I voted in my head with did not win. So,
Really?
what would you guys have voted for?
I would have voted for fraud, to be honest.
Exactly. Same. Because I would
Moose guided aggression. Because
of course you would have done that. But
I
yes,
didn't vote.
yeah, I don't vote anymore. Moose guided aggression has won.
Woo!
Yay.
That's funny. But the other two came in a tie. Fraud, I think that one would have been a good hard like second place.
Mhm.
Just because I would have been pissed to see a charge from something. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, what the F? All right. Well, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
So I have recently purchased a motorcycle,
Mhm.
and I've been learning how to drive. And I'm pretty good at controlling, but when I get going and I'm trying to turn, sometimes I take a little bit wide turns than I want to. Not like
Okay.
super wide.
It takes a
But-
while to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I came out, and instead of being, in the middle, I was like 3/4 of the way to the edge of the lane. So still clearly in the first lane, but I guess when I came out, somebody who was coming out of a driveway just right down the street happened to think I was going over to this next lane over. So they started coming out, and I had my very first close call.
Mm.
And the worst part is, I know this person.
Oh no!
So I had to give him a lot of crap about it.
Was it Moose?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah,
So somebody from your ward probably.
it's actually somebody from work.
Even better.
You should walk past this person at work, like, "Hey, I'm in my lane."
So yeah,
Good stuff.
that's
Okay.
my what the f.
Well, that's kind of scary. Like, what the f, man? Like, ugh, that's kind of scary. What do you want to call that?
Stay out of my lane.
Stay out of your lane.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say close encounters.
I guess I could be considered third kind.
I get that reference.
I don't.
What?
We'll tell you when you're older.
There you go.
Stay out of my lane. Okay. And JuPodRe.
My wife neglected to tell me that she got a text from a stranger a while ago, and on Sunday she decided to share this text with me. Huh?
Do I need a gun for this?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I have it right here. My name is Austin. I'm bored of being stuck in quarantine, so I texted a random number to see if you want to argue about something or anything else interesting that could save us from this monotony. Make my day.
Okay, that's kind of entertaining. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Yeah. What the F, dude? Like, are you really that desperate? Why not talk to a friend? Jump online, leave a comment on YouTube. You text a random number?
Okay, can I confess to something?
Please do.
When I was a teenager, me and my roommate, that's a long story. Yes, I had a roommate as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We were randomly texting just random numbers we found in just everywhere, and we actually we texted this number from somebody or in Hawaii, and this dude's wife got pissed over text because she thought that it was some other chick that he was seeing again.
Again. Oh, man.
Again. I don't remember what name she said was, "Is this so-and-so?" We were like, no, this is not. And then she was like, "You son of a..." names. We're just like, whoa, I'm just a teenager from Utah. And she goes, "Bull crap, blah, blah." She was just like, and then like, she actually tried calling us. And I was like, "I'm not answering that." I'm not answering. Yeah, so, here's the worst part. I kept texting a few other numbers
and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it just, what the F? Like that. It doesn't happen to us. We hear stories about that. It never happens, and so it was just it was a funny little thing.
Now, here's the question: How did your wife respond?
I think she chuckled and put it away. I don't remember.
Okay, so she didn't feed into it.
No, she didn't text. She didn't even text him back. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to crop the picture of the text. Obviously blurring out phone numbers. He doesn't care if his name's out there, obviously, but I'm gonna block out the phone numbers and send you the exact screenshot that she sent me. So that
was the last name on there?
No last name. It's an unknown number. It's just a blank number, and he said, "My name is Austin. I want to argue with someone."
I can't lie. That's kind of awesome.
It is,
but weird at the same time. So, what do you want to call that? Nomination number 2.
The text.
I kind of like want to put like an emoji. Okay. I'm gonna put that devil emoji on there.
Yes. I like that.
Okay.
Nice.
I have 2.
Is that legal?
Hold on. Whoa. Number 1 is not. It is more of a frustrated one.
Mm.
Number 2 is more of a funny one.
Mm.
Take your pick. One of them will be nominated. The other one will just be a story after.
I see.
Well, frustrated one, because then I'm more likely to win.
I don't know.
Go ahead. We'll do the frustrated one.
Okay, so for 2, and I'm going to say this in this way, for 2 fucking years, 2 fucking years, we have been bitching at work because there are more than 50 people working at our dang location in our building. And the damn building had the audacity to go to the city to say, hey, these are actually contracted people. They don't actually work here. So they got clearance to only have 2 bathrooms, 1 male, 1 female. Our bathroom for males only has 2 shitters and 2 pissers. Okay? And we were constantly waiting in line to try and use it. All because they got that clearance. And they refused. They were like, well, we're not going to start the next bathroom because we don't need to. Well, they finally finished that other bathroom and didn't tell us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found it because, and we've all known where it's at, but again, they've just said, we'll get around to it. We'll get around to it. We've got other stuff we're trying to do, which they have. So I saw the cleaners coming out of a certain hallway because we've got a cleaners that clean the public hallways, the public bathroom, the public break room, because we have our own break room. And I was like, huh, why did they got the bathroom car from there? And I was like, oh. So I walked myself down that other hallway and found out that the bathrooms are open, that they are accessible. Water's running, toilets work. There's a trash can in there that's got paper towels that have been used. So I was like, okay, obviously this has been used, and it's been here for a while because they've cleaned it. It's been here a while. It doesn't smell like paint, meaning it's been there for a while. But here's the funny part of this story, of this angry story. I actually checked out the female bathroom first because they don't have them labeled.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the other one. I was like, oh, this one's got the urinals. Okay. So this one has 3 shitters, 2 pissers. But I was just like, what the crap? Like, what? You see what I did there? What the crap?
I do.
Like, what the crap? Why did they not tell us? Because we've been complaining so much about, dude, we need a second bathroom. Plus, this bathroom is closer to where we work majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally 1 door away. I walk out one of my rooms and it's just a straight shot there instead of having to navigate this labyrinth to get to the other bathroom. Because apparently to OSHA, as soon as you need to go to the bathroom, you should be able to get to a bathroom within 10 minutes.
Yep.
It actually takes more than 10 minutes to get from one of our main spots that we work at to the bathroom. Not anymore because the other one's open, but they didn't tell us that it was open. They just waited for us to figure it out.
So I christened it.
Yeah, and
from the sound of things, somebody else did.
Yeah, well,
he christened it for our company.
Yeah, for our team, I did that.
JuPodRe. I can't say the other name.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's mine. And that one's just gonna be shit.
All right.
No, it's actually gonna be what the crap.
I like that a little bit better. Not because of the word, but it's a little bit more funny. It has a bit of a ring to it.
So, but yeah, I was very like frustrated with that because I was like, why didn't you tell us? We've been complaining about this, and I want to know how long it's been open because we've still been complaining and they just haven't told us. Yeah. So, but it's been open for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I know that because the doc guy was like, oh yeah, the guys from X company have been using it, and I'm like, what? How long? So yeah.
All right, those are our nominations for this week. Albatross, why don't you read them back?
Yes, nomination number 1, stay out of my lane. Nomination 2, the text.
The devil face.
And nomination number 3, what the crap?
I like it.
So, yeah.
So everyone, remember this poll will go up after this video, and I guess the episode airs. Check JuPodRe on Twitter to vote there. You can also send us an email, JuPodRePod@outlook.com. Message on Instagram. It is also JuPodRe. You can comment under the YouTube video on Rated R Esports YouTube page, or send any of us a direct message anywhere, anytime, and we will count that in and put it on the vote.
Yes. And to go off that, Admin Anonymous actually privately texted me just to point out that those death penalties from Ohio
Mhm.
are not real.
Yes.
Which I knew they weren't real. I knew. Thank you, admin. I got this text from him, and he goes, "Hey, just so you know, that Ohio that thing's not real." And I was like, "I know."
But you know what?
He knew that I knew, but I think it was funny because he made me chuckle.
He's
Mhm.
proving that we have viewership out there, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, admin. At least he shows us some love, DMAC.
Poor D-Mac.
Yes. But you can listen to this podcast on anywhere. We've got it on, again, YouTube, where you can actually see what we're doing. You can see the pod. That's this room. Check us out on Spotify. But on Spotify, you do have to look up JuPodRe, not JuPodRe. We don't know why. JuPodRe actually went and tried to fix that, but we cannot figure out what the link is or the script is that causes that to happen.
No.
But we're on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, and Pandora.
So you can find all that at myslink.app/JuPodRe.
Yes, I will post that up.
And now,
Don't forget, virtual performance. Get your freak on.
we do have a couple of more things real quick to close out our episode with some announcements. Firstly, I don't know what happened last week where my voice was echoing at the beginning. It fixed itself after the first 45 seconds, and I don't know what happened or why. So I apologize for that. And the next one, where did it go? Oh, I actually started the editing last week while in a call with my team. And while I was listening, I heard a really loud sniff. And I was like, oh, I can get rid of that. And I went back, and it didn't exist on the bars. Like, the sound didn't actually exist. I realized it was someone on the call, so I can't do that anymore.
That's hilarious.
It is. And then Albatross, one thing that people need to know is you are a lot more entertaining on video than you are just audio. And here's why. You make faces and move, and then don't speak matching those movements.
Oh,
It's true.
Yeah,
I agree.
you freak out and throw your hand somewhere, and then, okay, I got it. And it's that calm. And I want everyone who only listens to just one episode, go watch it on YouTube. You'll probably like it and then watch all the rest. So please do that. Lastly, the League of Legends team is continuing to play in the Phoenix Rising League. You can find them on my Twitter. The games are 7 o'clock Eastern Time and 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturdays. We are playing every Saturday for the next couple weeks, so look for the the tweets from mine at JuPodRe and at teamrated_R. And that's it for me. What about you guys?
Did we get your funny story?
Oh yeah, the funny story.
Good call, Bleen.
So I took an hour off of work yesterday because I was done with my job, and our tasks that we work at work are so big that by the time I would have got started on another one, I literally would have had to just clean up what I just pulled out. We all know how that works. And I would have actually, my task that I was on would have lasted me longer if JuPodRe wouldn't have been such a doll and helped me out.
I thought you were going to say I interrupted you.
No, you helped me out
That
more
I
than
did.
the one step I need help with.
Yeah.
And then you just stayed because you were waiting on somebody to give you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, moving on that. I went to help my dad, and so I took off an hour, went to help him, and on my way home from helping my dad, have you guys ever just driven away after leaving just a drink on top of your car?
Yeah.
No, but I've driven away that way.
I see what
What?
you did there.
Whatever. Anyway, so this guy pulls up next to me, and I'm at 4100 South and Redwood, getting ready to turn onto Redwood, heading south now. And this guy, he's in the left turn lane, so I'm in the left straight lane. And I beep my horn, beep, beep. And he rolls down his window, and I was like, hey, you got a drink on your car. He goes, oh, I know. And I'm like, wait, what? Well, if you know, why is it there? He goes, it's a magnet. I'm like, What? It was he's like, yeah, I put a mag down on a Coke bottle just so I can mess with people. I'm like, well, it worked.
Oh
And he
my
just-
gosh.
And then he drove away.
That is incredible.
That's hilarious.
And you know what? There was a cop in the lane over by me. Otherwise, I would have taken a picture.
Yeah, you can't pull your phone.
No, I was like, dang it, like, I just want. It was right there.
Mhm.
I could have touched it.
That is a good story. But
Yeah,
you wouldn't have
so-
wanted to touch it because of COVID, right?
No, I don't know how long it's been there. It might have been disinfected by now.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just magnetic. He just keeps it magnetized to his car. I was like, what? Like, well, it worked. You accomplished the goal. You messed with me.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
great story.
Yeah. What the F? But that is not a nomination. But if somebody wants to put that in the comments, and everybody likes that, that could just become a nomination.
Maybe.
That'd be hilarious.
Maybe.
Anyway, everybody, this is Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody takes the time to remember what you need to. I know that this week my wife is struggling, so because her grandfather just recently died and her family's making a bigger deal out of it than like I've ever seen another family do. But I'm just letting her do her thing. So if anybody has anything, any traditions, anybody that they like to remember or go visit during Memorial Day, you have my support. I hope you all have a great Memorial Day, and that's it for me.
I second that.
Third that.